Hello and welcome to the first episode of Road to derBeste AllStars. And obviously we have to start with Generation 1 because this is the oldest generation and that's why I want to start with 1. When we go to 2, when we go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know the drill. I will play on my main account because on my main account in every format I am currently at 1500, okay, and as you can see here the first place is just 1655 and I'm 1499 because of decay, so we won't find ourselves on the ladder. I can prove it right here, /rank 1499. That's not bad. And Generation 1 is very different from all the other generations because there are some mechanics I will explain the get-go, because Generation 1 is wild. First of all, there is this physical special split from Generation 1 to 3, sorry, where your type depends on, if the move is physical or special depends on the type. All normal moves are physical, even Hyper Beam is physical, while all water moves, for example, even Waterfall from Gold King is special. Seeking, not Gold King. Gold King is the German name. But yeah, also fire doesn't resist ice, so Blizzard is super effective on Charizard, and also as you can see, you can roll not fully evolved or even little cup Pokemon in Generation 1 random battles. And the cool part about /randombats here is that there are randomized moves and combo moves and also exclusive moves. I will explain that after I logged in my move because we are almost timing out. I will just use Blizzard immediately. Okay, he has a Mew. We have a freeze chance. Freeze is broken. If you freeze someone, you can they can only fall if they are hit by a fire type attack. They cannot fall themselves. And sleep is also very good, a very good status condition, because if you wake up, you still are not allowed to move. So if a Sleep Powder Mon or a Lovely Kiss Mon or a Spore Mon is faster than the opposing one, you lock them basically. You just attack. You spore, they sleep, you attack. They wake up, you use spore again, attack. You know the drill. But on the other hand, you can wake up turn 0 basically, but then you still cannot move and they just click Sleep Powder again. So yeah, that's that. Psychic types are insanely good because they basically have no weakness. Bug is not super effective, if I remember correctly, due to a bug. Haha. And the only ghost type move is like Leak and Shadow Ball, but is Shadow Ball a thing? I don't even know. And even if it is, the only ghost type Pokemon in Generation 1 is the Ghastly line, and normal types are also insanely broken in Gen 1 random battles because many Pokemon only have like normal and fighting type moves. But yeah, I should click. I will go into. Actually, I will stay and use Blizzard again because Squirtle can take on that Mew very well. Also, every move has a 1 out of 256 chance to miss. We love Generation 1. Psychic has a 30% chance to drop your special stat, which is special defense and physical defense, special defense and special attack combined. I will go for Body Slam. I won't get the freeze. I can't beat this Mew. I can't. Ghastly loses, Kingler loses. I just lose. I have to get a para now. I literally just lose to Mew. Okay, we are back in the game. I will go to Growlithe because Growlithe does the most damage. Substitute is bugged in the not bugged, but not that good because you can hit Thunder Wave with Substitute. I know Diglett is a ground type, but you know, I should seriously click a little faster. I will go for Fire Blast because that's the most damage we can do. Our Charizard check is kinda dead, but yeah. You can see I can't beat the Mew. It's impossible. It's literally just impossible. Okay, he goes to Charizard, and we missed. It's wild. We can go Kingler on the Earthquake, nice. We can go for Sword Stance because he will switch, and then maybe we can nuke something with a Hyper Beam. Because if you take a KO with Hyper Beam, you don't have to recharge. Also, if you crit a move, it ignores your own stat boosts. It's so wild. I will go for Body Slam, Fish for a Para, don't get the Para. Okay, nice. But now I can KO with Hyper Beam. And you will see that I don't have to recharge. And let's see if he has a good switch into that Hyper Beam. Apparently he does not. And yeah, we get a crit, which doesn't matter. I will toss Squirtle because Squirtle is parried, Kingler is not. Pretty obvious. Now I can go into Ghastly is slower. I will go into Diglett. And I will go for... like... Rockstar cannot flinch in this generation. I really want to go for Earthquake. I can go for Substitute because he has to respect the Rock Slide, and that's why he goes Drowsy, exactly. And now I can go for Earthquake. The team for my opponent is insanely good, and he hits the Hypnosis. And yeah, now the Diglett is basically dead. Yeah, nice. Oh, we woke up. Okay. Now I will switch and keep the Diglett, I think. But I have no Psychic switching. Actually, I will just go Beedrill. Beedrill sucks into Charizard anyways. And I will go for Hyper Beam. That's the most damage I can do. Oh. I really hate Gen 1. I have to go Diglett. I will go for Rock Slide because maybe he stays, but I think Rock Slide doesn't even KO. That's why we had to connect with Hyper Beam. Yeah, if we connected that Hyper Beam, Rock Slide would have KO, but it's okay. Yeah, this should be Earthquake range. We got a crit. I will calc it. It's 34 to 39, so was in our favor. Now he goes to Farfetch'd. And I think, yeah, Farfetch'd should be a mon which cannot touch Ghastly. Yeah, it only has normal moves. And now we can just go for Hypnosis. Please hit. And Explosion also is very strong because the defense from your opponent gets halved. I will still spam Hypnosis. Please. I can... And I get crit. I mean, what am I supposed to do if my opponent hits the first Hypnosis and I can't hit even one? Yeah, it's over. Yeah, GG. I don't know. Like, I think I didn't play that bad. Yeah, just a little unlucky. Like, in Generation 1, it's also a bit tougher for, like, matchup-wise, because in the latter generations, you have a gimmick where you can play around bad matchups with Terrestrialization, Dynamax, Z-moves, all that stuff. You don't have that in Generation 1, and especially because you can roll, like, bad Pokemon, it's even tougher. There's still this level balance, obviously, like Charizard is level 74, Drowsy is level 84, but yeah, I think this was just pretty tough to deal with. Like, Softball Mew is one of the best Pokemon. Even if it's level 64, you could see Squirtle doesn't do 50%, Growlithe doesn't do 50%, Kingler doesn't do 50%, Ghastly doesn't do anything. Beedrill, like, I couldn't even touch the Mew, but I was still able to... If I hit the Hypnosis, I would have been in a great spot, because the Ghastly... 1v1s with Farfetch'd, the Drowsy sleeps, and I have Thunderbolt for Charizard as well. But now, based on that, it was just doomed. Okay, Staryu is really nice, but Poliwag has Amnesia, and Amnesia is... I want to stop. I honestly want to stop. I have to go Eradicate and get a Body Slam para. Otherwise it's just lost again. Yeah, GG. Good game. Literally, I just lose. I can go to an Amnesia war with Golduck, but if this Poliwag has another move, like, insane. Poliwag beats Golduck usually. Yeah. Well, we have Rest though, but this is... I'm ashamed. This is low-key wild. But yeah. Or if you don't want me to go in the order like 1, 2, 3, 4, and he gets Chansey? Honestly insane. Chansey is also one of the best Pokemon in Rampants. No, not just in Rampants, in Generation 1 in general. I think I have to fish a Blizzard Freeze. Just over. I can go for Amnesia because I think if I go for Amnesia now, it heads my speed as well. Generation 1 is wild. Don't ask me. Yeah, Surf KOs. Okay, I was wrong. And I should have not tossed my Golduck. On the Explosion, I should have switched into Staryu because a sleeping Pokemon is just so terrible. And now I tossed my Golduck for nothing. Because he used Explosion, I am not allowed to move at all. And another Psychic type. I will go for Rest. I can't get the Rest off. Yeah, I don't know how I am supposed to play this. I can fish for a Body Slam para. He went for Counter. Damn. Counter only works against... Okay, I can surrender again. GG. Counter only works against normal and fighting type moves, which is pretty funny. So if someone goes for, let's say, what's physical? You can remember the physical special split by going through the rule that every evolution is a type is special plus dragon. And that's why Poison, for example, if you use Sludge and the opponent uses Counter, Counter just fails. So also very interesting to use Counter against an Arcanine, which can also just go for Fire Blast. But yeah, it worked out for them. Alrighty, our team is so bad again. Psyduck is pretty nice, but that's it. Otherwise, it's pretty terrible. I would just go for Thunderbolt. Okay, Ditto. Which Pokemon should they copy? Not Execute. I don't want to. I can go like... I guess Meowth is fine. Yeah, I guess... I can also just go for Fire Blast. But when we get an Explosion KO, yeah, I will go Meowth and just go for Slash. As I already said, normal types cannot get paralyzed by Body Slam, and yeah, we can just crit. Level 100 Ditto is so based. I lose with Speed Tie, and now I can Lickitung KO it with Hyper Beam. Well, it's Ditto's HP, not Meowth HP. Level 100 Ditto HP, by the way. That's so terrible. Hyper Beam should still KO. Yeah. He goes for Slash, crits, reconnect the Hyper Beam. Oh, nice. And we don't have to recharge, as I already explained. Pidgeotto, I think this is another Hyper Beam angle, and just toss Lickitung. And then KO with Ponyta. Yeah. Nice. With a crit, we would have KO'd the Pidgeotto. He could go for Agility, but he does not go for Agility. Is this Ponyta range? Pidgeotto. Yeah, it definitely is. We just have to connect our Fire Blast. Also, there are so few moves in general in Generation 1. That's why you sometimes see white sets like Stomp Ponator. But yeah, Voltop can boom. I can just go Execute and put something to sleep. Execute also has a good defense. He gets the 10% para. That's fair. Like Generation 1 doesn't even tilt me because all that stuff happens all the time. And interesting that he booms on the Parrot Execute. Probably because he didn't want to switch something into the Sleep Powder. Primeape. Does Primeape even KO me? I'm honestly not sure. With Hyper Beam, yes. Body Slam never KO'd, by the way. 22% max. 18 to 22. Yippee. Fire Blast is a 2 KO. And we have a 30% chance to burn. It was 30, pretty sure. And we get the burn. Nice. Does he get the 30% para? Nope, he does not. That's why we can just use Fire Blast again, get the KO. That's why we can go for Fire Blast now and get the KO. That's what I wanted to say. I just misspelled. Oh, Tentacool. Against Tentacool, I could go Weezing or I just use Body Slam. I will use Body Slam because I don't get the para. Now, I can use Explosion on the last Pokemon perhaps and then 1v1 the last with Psyduck. Like T-Bolt now and then win with Psyduck. Actually, Surf does so much damage on Weezing. Maybe I have to boom. Yeah, I have to boom immediately. And then just hope that Psyduck beats the last. It can beat Alakazam. Yeah, I can just go for Surf now. Yeah, and the next Surf KOs. He can crit roll. Oh my god, GG. Oh, plus 13. I didn't make any progress at all today. Or like, I know the episode will last a bit longer, but I already lost 37 points and I gained no points because this ladder is dead. But yeah. What I wanted to say last time is that you can also write down which format you want to see next. So I'm not fully committed to playing Gen 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 and so on. I thought for now that this is the best we can do. Yeah, what other Generation 1 mechanics are there? Which are different. Like Blizzard has 120 power, Fire Blast as well. Like also T-Bolt has 95, Ice Beam has 95, all that stuff has more base power. Jolteon is... Oh, we've got Chansey, let's go. I'm not allowed to lose that one. Hitmonlee's special stat is so terrible. Hitmonlee's special stat is low-key terrible. But... so is Jolteon defense stat. I can go for high jump kick. We connect. And now I don't want to switch into Chansey and take a Thunder Wave. I could go Kadabra, but Kadabra is also really good with recovered T-Wave. I think I just toss Hitmonlee, honestly. Yeah, I will just toss Hitmonlee and go Meowth. Yeah. And go for Body Slam, because Body Slam does 37 min. And I thought in case he switches. Okay. Cubone. I can go Butterfree because he will go for Earthquake. And now I can put something to sleep if I hit. Nice. And now I can go for Stun Spore because now he will switch. Otherwise he is trapped in the Vortex, which I explained earlier already. So now he will switch and I can get a para immediately. Nice. Like You could say, oh, what a crazy predict, but no. It was pretty easy to do. Now I don't know. If your Chansey gets frozen, it's so over. He is good. He knows how to play his odds. I can go like AllStars doesn't hit with Vaporeon. But if my Chansey gets frozen, my Chansey is dead. It's so scary. I never get a para. It's insane. Literally insane. Oh, if you use Rest and you are parrot, you will still have the speed debuff. As you can see, usually Vaporeon should be faster than Chansey, but it is not. I will spam Thunderbolt until I quit one, honestly. Like, I have 24 Thunderbolts. Okay. This is so scary. Okay, he just tosses Vaporeon. That's really good. This is really, really good. Ooh, Duck Trio. Do I go for one Ice Beam? Earthquake does a lot, but I have Butterfree, so I could see him going for Substitute. Never mind. Okay. Now I will just toss Meowth. I thought he goes for Rock Slide this time. I don't know, man. Kadabra. Yeah, Kadabra against Duck Trio. Yeah, Earthquake does a lot. If he crits, he KOs. But you have to hit your Blizzard. That's why I will just go Kadabra. And AllStars probably also dies to a crit. Yeah. And I can just go for Psychic. Nice. Bye-bye, Duck Trio. Oh, Persian is also such a good Pokemon. Why do my opponents always get the best Pokemon possible? It's low-key terrifying. But I think you have Thunderbolt for AllStars. I will toss Chansey because Chansey is pretty slow, and now I will go for Butterfree and Paralyze with Persian. And then I can outspeed it with AllStars. If he switches to Cubone, it's a free substitute. Amazing crit. I can go for one substitute at least, and then start spamming Psychic. No para. It's yeah. No Spidef drop, no para. I have to go for Hydro Pump, that's the most damage possible. Okay. I think that's fair. Honestly, that's fair. Because in older generations, the para odds are also slightly higher than they are now. For those who didn't know that. Please, the last Pokemon is weak to... Is Kadabra faster? It is. Okay, I just have to put you in Kadabra range. Eradicate. Psychic does 50. AllStars. Blizzard doesn't do 50, I have to go for Hydro Pump. Crit. Okay, no miss. Seismic Toss KOs. So I don't have to risk a miss. You hate to see it. Why do you not go for Super Fang? Do I go Kadabra immediately? Because if I get multiple paras, it's kinda cringe. Well, I just have to connect one Blizzard. And if he wakes up immediately, his switch is bad. Okay, GG. Well, the crit mattered in that sense that he would have ate one Blizzard. But when he just dies to Psychic. But even then I can still lose because of his 1 out of 256 chance. Which is pretty insane. Also, it's pretty nice to start with Generation 1, I think, because currently there's this Game Boy Classic Open on the way, the one tournament, and giving my insight into one of the formats is pretty cool, I would say. I would at least make a little progress, at least 10 points, so that we are on the ladder, because as you can see, everyone is at 1500. With like 1510, we are already in almost top 50. We would literally be top 70 if we just make 1 point progress today. I will drink something really quick and then we will move on. Alright, we are back. It took so long, it's insane. Okay, we just sleep powder, and this is fun. It's not funny at all. He goes for hypnosis, I go for sleep powder. I also have Sing in my bag. Let's do it. My opponents connected all their hypnosis today. Literally every single one. Now I can go Clefairy and use Thunder Wave, because I have Clefairy and Clefairy, but I want to keep Clefairy because it's a sleep. It's a Pokemon that can use a sleep move, and I can just go for... Oh wait, I don't have Thunder Wave, I'm stupid. But I can just go for Blizzard then. No freeze, so sad. Crit, drop, miss. Honestly, what do you mean? Okay, Magma is faster and I can go for a Fire Blast. But honestly, what do you mean? I won't rely on Confuse Ray. Usually I never go for Confuse Ray because I don't want to rely on confusion. Like, relying on sleep is fair, I would say. But sometimes it's also not really fair, as you can see in my example. Crit, drop. Stop. KO. No burn. And now we miss. This Haunter really KO'd 3 of our Pokemon basically, with Victory Bell, Magma and Clefable. Wild. Literally wild. Oh, I forgot to say have fun. But yeah. Generation 1 is very fun. Oh my god. Yeah, I have to toss Magma. And it has Double Edge. And Double Edge KOs all my other Pokemon. With a crit. I can go Seal and use Blizzard. Obviously there's also no Sleep Talk. So if your Pokemon has Rest, they are not allowed to move for 2 turns. Freeze, please. Nope. But Seadra, since we are Rest, we should always 1v1 with Seadra, yeah. Swords Dance Tenta, cool, that's something. Maybe we don't 1v1 with Seadra. Two crits? Okay, we get a para. Now I can use Rest. But come on. Two crits. Yeah, now he's faster. That's how agility works in this generation. But now I can just carry on with Body Slam. Okay, nice. 2 crits. Like, I don't know. Seadra doesn't even have a high crit rate because, as I said, the crit rate depends on your speed. Abra. Psychic does so much. But I have to remove the Abra. Maybe I get a para. It's 30%. I will toss Victory Bell, Sleeping Retriever. Oh, now he gets a free substitute. Maybe it wasn't not well played. Okay, never mind. I can go Clefairy and Body Slam does 59 to 69. Are you serious? Are you serious? GG. Like, going for counter is also so insane because I could just use Sing. Oh, man. And, like, why would you not try to get a Thunder Wave off or get a Psychic off, which does 40%? Instead, you just decide to not care about Sing or Thunder Wave and also just lose to a roll. Not lose, but like going for Psychic or Thunder Wave is definitely better than doing nothing at all. It's so funny because you can see that in Generation 9 it's so easy to be on top with both accounts, and like Generation 1 makes it so hard because there are so many factors that that make it so difficult. But yeah, I will try my best in the next game. Cut. Never mind. No cut. Oh, Bumbling Wood again. Okay. I can go for like high jump kick. Even if you miss, you don't take weak, as you can see. The user takes 1 HP of crash damage. So we can just go for high jump kick, and he survives that. What? And he gets, of course, the immediate para. Tail whip. Why would you not go for body slam again? Let me guess, the high jump kick was also a roll. I'm not mad. It's just sad. Okay, never mind. Okay, Raichu. Does Raichu KO me with Thunderbolt? It KOs me with Hyper Beam. I can go Diglett. Because if he goes for Hyper Beam and doesn't get a crit, he has... Yeah. I will always go Diglett. Because he either goes for Thunderbolt or Hyper Beam. Nice. And now we can just go for Earthquake. Earthquake does 90 to 105. It has a 35.9% chance. Oh. I could just go for Rock Slide, and I will just go for Rock Slide. It doesn't KO. I know that. This would have been nice damage on a sleeper. Now I have to decide which Pokemon I want to put to sleep. I can go Hitmonlee. Yeah. But now he just goes for Psychic. Do I survive one Psychic? Or do I have to switch? I don't survive a Psychic. So I will switch into Dratini. And we'll go for... What's the most damage? Blizzard, for sure. I could also go for Thunder Wave, but... Okay, we haven't seen a freeze today, so... Kinda sad. I will just go Pinsir. Okay, he goes for that play, I just told you. But he missed. Now I can just go for Body Slam. Do I get the para? No, and he hits the stats for... Okay, but Hyper Beam KOs him now. And this is pretty nice. Moltres. I can just go Poliwrath on Moltres. Because Moltres' flying attack is Sky Attack. It doesn't even have Sky Attack, actually. So I just go Poliwrath, get burned. No. I can go for... Yeah, let's try to hit Hypnosis. Because if my opponent can hit the first Hypnosis in every single game, I can do 2. I can. Surprising. Oh, I thought... Why would you go Dugong? Huh? If I went for Amnesia, Dugong loses. What? I thought he goes Raichu. Dugong is set up for the... Whatever. I will go... I will toss Dratini because his sleeper is dead. And I will go Lickitung actually to put some... Actually now I have revealed all my Pokemon, but it's okay. Do I Swords Dance? No, I will try to para it first. That's why I didn't so. Funny, but we didn't see a freeze today. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, we just lose. Do you set up a... Do you have Substitute? You don't. But you will go for Surf. What? What did he expect? A Poliwrath switch? Probably. But this is literally stupid. I don't understand. Now I still just toss the thing. Okay, he misses his Blizzard. Wow. Does he go to Raichu again? I do not understand. I know I cannot fall, but like, what does he gain? What is he covering for? Should I switch to Diglett now? No, he wants to... What does... What, I don't understand. Can someone in the comments please explain this switching? He wants me to switch into Diglett now. And now go for... If he goes for Blizzard now. What? Can somebody please explain this whole thing? It literally didn't make any sense at all. Oh, and he has Executor, another sleeper, which is a broken Pokemon in Rampants. Does he switch to Raichu then? Should I go Diglett? Just KO me already. What is this? Huh? Did I get baited now? No, I will stay. What is it? Can please someone explain? What? Huh? I will go for Body Slam Fish for a pair on the Executor. Nice crit. I honestly don't understand. I try to understand, but I just can't. Is this Blizzard range from Poliwrath? 36 to 43. Does he switch again? Why won't he just take out the Lickitung? What is going on inside his head? You know that meme? Literally, what is going on? What is this? Does he go for Blizzard now? Even if he does, this whole thing didn't make any sense. Can please someone... like, honestly, this is throwing. Yeah, now I can KO with Slash. Huh? I'm so mad. Like, I honestly try to understand. Like, you know what would make sense? Go Moltres on the Licky Tongue and burn sleep turns and try to wake up. But what he did just is trolling. It is literally trolling. Without a doubt, trolling. Without a single doubt. Okay, Hitmonlee just dies. What about Pinsir? Pinsir survives. I can go for a Hyper Beam. I need chip on Dugong, that's all I need. I can also try to go for Body Slam Freeze. Body Slam Freeze. Body Slam Para, I won't get it. He hits all his Blizzards, fair enough. I will go Amnesia. Because Diglett is my win con, and I just have to get chip on Dugong to get there. Kinda lose to Dugong. Okay. This is a speed tie. Funny. Not funny at all. Do you have rest? If yes, we lose. Wait, why does he do that? I honestly don't understand anything. Raichu doesn't KO us, and Earthquake has a very good chance to KO, and we have Rock Slide for Moltres. Literally, we were not allowed to win this. We were not allowed to win this. It's not won yet, but he has to crit me now. Yeah, he has to survive with Earthquake and crit me. 36% chance, but we just KO. And crit odds. We just crit. I honestly do not understand. I do not want to understand. Like, obviously, you try to take advantage of a frozen Pokemon, but he literally could have taken advantage by going Moltres and trying to wake up. But no, he switched from Dugong to Raichu, to Dugong to Raichu, to Dugong to Raichu, to Dugong to Raichu. Why? Why? In the beginning, I thought it's just a bait, because then he baits me to switch into Diglett, and then he uses Blizzard, but no, just no. Okay, Rhydon is very good, because Rhydon walls Muk, Rhydon walls Grimer. Actually, we have Mega Drain on Grimer. But, oh, we got Mewtwo, but Mewtwo is just, Mewtwo isn't that great. I will go for Blizzard. Ooh! I got lucky for once. I went for Body Slam because it's obvious that he switches. Oh my god, stop. Krabby? Krabby the goat? I will take on the coughing with the Grimer. First, that's funny, and I don't want to eat a boom on any of my other four Pokemon. Should I go for Mega Drain, expecting him to switch into Rhydon? I could double Dugong. Because he won't stay, and nah, he won't stay, I would say. Yeah, that's what I predicted. Right? I honestly don't understand. Well, people play so different than me that I always try to make any wild plays and they never work. Okay. I mean, I will go for rest in a second. I will go for rest now. I will abuse that frozen Seadra. This is what my last opponent didn't do. Now he will switch. Drowsy. Dugong against Drowsy. Ah, now on the wake up he will go for Hypnosis. Ah, annoying. And he hits the first one. He hits the first one. Ah. And now he can paralyze my Mewtwo with Thunder Wave. But I get a nice blizzard off now. Or I don't. Recover also has 32 PP with generation. Nice. I can't freeze again because of freeze claws mod. It's like sleep claws but for freeze. You can only freeze one Pokemon per battle. That's why it's valuable to keep your frozen Pokemon alive. I don't want to get greedy. Obviously I can Amnesia again, but if I get Para twice in a row, it's pretty bad. But I didn't get parried once. Insane. That's literally insane. Does Rhydon even KO me? Rhydon doesn't KO me. Okay. Tough, but fair. Now I can go Krabby and go for a Crab Hammer. Krabby! Okay, I could have Sword Stance. I will Sword Stance now. Well, it's obvious. He could go Coughing. Actually, Coughing is also in range. I will Sword Stance again. And now I will Body Slam. Because is there something like... I'm not entirely sure, but there's something called Overflow, where you literally lose your stats if you go over 999 or something. I don't quite remember what it was exactly. But yeah. We really need Krabby for Rhydon, I just realized. Oh, okay. No! Yes! Okay. We have 2 explosion Pokemon and it's just a Pidgey. Okay. No! Okay, it's okay, it's okay. I will just paralyze this stupid bird. Sand attack? Oh no. Are you kidding me? We can okay. I can go for Psychic. Obviously I can go Dugong on the explosion, but I can also just do that. And now it's pretty doomed. I just have to connect one Thunder Wave, because then I can just boom with one of my faster Pokemon. Okay, nice. I will go Grimer and boom boom. Bam bam. Boom! GG. Yeah, the Krabby was pretty nice. Okay, the goal is to get into top 70. I will play either 2 if I win or 1 if I lose. But yeah, magic. Oh, I found a game. Have fun. It's against Blibly again. Blibly was the guy that switched for no reason, right? If I remember correctly. Weepinbell. Obviously he leads with a sleeper. I should have used Sand Attack, but I thought I could go for a para, but if we learned something out of today's episode, it's that sleepers are stupid. Yeah, Razor Leaf. I can just go for Fire Blast because I have a 30% chance to burn. He probably switches into a water type, but maybe he just stays and tosses Weepinbell. But yeah. We have 2 fire types. We've got Articuno with Reflect Rest. Okay, he just stayed. Let's see. If he had a very good Ponyta switch, and I can't predict that guy. Okay, Hypno. Another sleeper. Whoop whoop. But we still have Eevee alive. We are fine. But come on. Fire Blast does way more than Body Slam. Good burn. If you say now I could have went for Substitute, I couldn't. You saw that status goes through with Substitute. I can go for Fire Blast again. Obviously I could also go for Agility and then Outspeed, but I would rather go for Fire Blast first and then go for Agility. Because if I go for Agility and he gets the Psychic Special drop, then I have to switch. Or I have to toss Ponyta, but then I have to get through Para twice to even do a little damage. Okay, nice. And now we can go for Agility into Body Slam. if he doesn't crit. Oh, he has rest. Oh. But now we are faster, and if we hit all 3, we KO. Okay, 1. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Not a single para. We got a burn. Well, this game starts off pretty lucky. We just go for Fire Blast, because if he copies Ponyta, we have Magma and Goldeen. Crit burn? Imagine. And this is a speed tie now. And he doesn't even KO us. He wins with speed tie. We don't get the para. Is it a speed tie? I think it should be a speed tie. Yeah, it is a speed tie. Damn, this Ponyta is crazy. I will already search for the next game, just because saving some time. I mean, for you, I can just cut out the waiting times, right? But for me, I also gotta do something in a bit. But yeah. No, Ponyta! We can take on Rattata with Porygon, because, as you learned, the Rattata cannot para our Porygon. Para our Porygon, funny. But we can para them with Thunder Wave. And then we can just use Recover. Double Edge doesn't do 50. That's pretty nice. They can go for like Blizzard Freeze. Okay, they don't know that. Now I will just spam Recover and not risk a critical hit. I have 32 Recover. He will get parried once. I would just play it safe. If I would play it a bit more aggressively. Okay, we already found a game. That's a bit annoying, because you guys said that the quality of the games drop, that if I play 2 games simultaneously. Maybe I should start attacking, but attacking here is just impatient and bad. Yeah, it's just a 5v3, by the way. It's a 4v3, because Eevee technically is a dead Pokemon, and he doesn't get parried once. I mean, I also didn't really get parried, but I would say have fun already. Maybe I have to play here as well. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's why. You can see, this was a very, very low roll, because Body Slam crit does 64.3 to 75.6. So usually Body Slam crit into Body Slam no crit KOs us, and that's why I have to go for these recovers until he gets frozen, but apparently he cannot get frozen. And here I will just go for Hypnosis, because we learned, okay, Smokescreen is fair, we still connect. This is just stupid. This is just stupid, and now I can go Hypno and use Psychic. Hello? Hello? This has been 11 turns. Hello? Excuse me? Chansey. Okay, I have to paralyze with Chansey, that's for sure. It's sweet. Okay. Hello? If he crits now again and I get punished. Like, if he gets through the para 13 times in a row and crits 3 in a row, I'm literally mad. What the fuck? What? 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 Double Edge only has 100 base power. If you think, oh, but Double Edge would have KO'd anyways, it wouldn't. What the fuck? Oh my god. Like, literally, normal types can get full parried. I think we saw it before, like Chansey getting full parried or something. We saw it. Literally, how many turns in a row? 15 turns, no para. 15 turns. And here I will just fish for a special drop. And he will fish for a freeze. Fair. This is low-key insane. Okay, on the Thunderbolt, I will just go for Surf. I will take one, pretty sure. Nice. And I can go for Surf again. And then it's a 2v1. Yeah, now it's a 2v1. I will go to Magma first. It's a 30% chance by weight to drop with special defense. So that's why Hypno can 1v1 with Chansey. Onyx. Okay, I just have to get you in. Wait, are you faster? You're faster than Articuno. Oh no. But do you have a Rock move? You have Rock Slide. But Rock Slide doesn't KO, and Ice Beam always KOs. So I can go for Confuse Ray. This is the time where I can go for Confuse Ray. And now I can fish for a Fire Blast Burn. Crit, drop. Nice. Now he will switch. I could go for Thunder Wave actually. Okay. Okay, we get the burn. So now even a crit doesn't KO us. Oh, that was a game. Actually, we can miss Ice Beam. Wait, he switched to Horsey? I did not expect the switch to Horsey. And he gets the 1 turn wake up. But we get the crit drop. But yeah, GG. Okay, he missed Rock Slide. Even a crit would have not KO'd us. But yeah. Oh. Okay, I have to load another one, I guess. Yeah. But first, let's focus on this. I can go Staryu on Flareon. I have a good matchup. If we switch into Chansey, it's so obvious. Should I predict it? I can just go for Surf. Yeah, he stays. Does he get the power? Nope. And I will go for Surf again. Ah! Should have predicted it. I would take the power on Staryu. It's okay. I will fish for a power. The crit odds of Chansey are very low. As I said, it depends on the speed. And now I can go Hypno and go for Psychic. I have to be a little careful about my PP. But I can go for Rest now. I said I can go for Rest now. And now I will try to wake up. Obviously I can't wake up immediately. On the Body Slam I will go to Mankey. Mankey is pretty bad. Even if he has Chansey, it's pretty bad. No burn, nice. And I can just go for Rock Slide. Nidorina. Sheesh. That's a Drowsy angle. And just spam Psychic. We get a crit. Huge. Against Chansey, as I said, I can go Hypno, try to wake up. Oh, well played. If he goes for Fire Blast again. Oh, he went for Body Slam. Fair enough, fair enough. Well done, well done, well done. But I can go Mankey and go for another Rock Slide. Seadra cannot break Lapras at all. I will go for Body Slam because I expect him to switch into Chansey. Nice, that's the most damage we can do. And oh, I really want to predict with Flareon. I can go Mankey. I should have not done that. Now I only have special attackers left. Now I have to play with Psychic drops. Okay, 1. I'm running out of PP. Okay, I have to switch into Drowsy now. And use Psychic. Seadra. Okay, nice. And we just go for Body Slam, obviously. Okay, I will try to fish for another para. Okay. Ah, so sad. Fish. Ah, okay, okay. Now I have to switch into Drowsy on the Thunder Wave, and I can just go for Psychic again. I missed. This is the miss I was talking of. The 1 out of 256. Ah, that's so frustrating. He only has 6 softballs, though. Come on! No drop. No drop. No drop. 33% chance. It's not even 30, it's 33, and he quits me. Whew. cool game. I just have to remove this Chansey when Pikachu wins. He will switch, but everything dies to Psychic. He does not switch. It was supposed to be our last Psychic, but okay. Now I will try to chip you down with Lapras. He just doesn't get parried. Okay, now I will try to use Rest. Okay, this was well played again. I have to try to take out the Flareon with Hypno. Okay. I honestly don't know what I was supposed to do against that Chansey. Not toss Mankey, but I can never switch into Mankey anyways. He just doesn't get parried at all. Oh, never mind. Okay. Only no soft boils left. No soft boils left. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that's a different story then. Okay, quit your Thunderbolt. He wants to paralyze me, obviously. Crit. Para. I have to go for agility. And he crits me. He crits me. Oh, I will get back to 1500 in the next episode. I hope you still enjoyed it. Generation 1 is a mess, but yeah, next time we will try to make progress. I always say that, but you can get a grip how tough Generation 1 is. We still have a good GXE. Look at this. We still have an 82.3% GXE, and the record is still 39 wins, 14 losses, because I played some before. But yeah, today was not a good day, but yeah, I will see you next time, and let me know down in the comments below which format you want to see next. Not Challenge Cup or anything else, just the main 9 games and random doubles battle. If you want to see random doubles battle, I'm also up for that. Bye bye.